Hey guys, so I'm just gonna do a review video from my study from this morning. I'm going to be reading in Romans chapter 21. So I have the ESV. I do all my notes in this book. I particularly got this book from this Bible from a camp. I was a leader there at Kids Across America, and yeah, I still have this thing's like falling apart. Yeah, and it's the Bible someone gave me there at the time. And yeah, I need a new ESV, but I like this one better because the Urban Bible, and I have all my notes in here, and so yeah, it actually have a hole in it too. This how old it is. Look, this hole falling apart. But yeah, so yeah, I really love this book because it brings back memory from me leading a small group at Kids Across America. So enough of that. So I'm gonna read in Romans chapter 21. Yeah, and also pray that your day going well. If you have any questions about this particular Bible verse, like feel free to let me know in my DM. And also I'm planning on doing a live video, but I'm not for sure yet. All right. So this is the the ESV version. It said for they, for. I'm tired. Oh my goodness. I'm reading it. Yes, the King James. Cause I go back and forth with the King James and the ESV version. Okay, so because that when these words, like, they be making me confused. Like, I'm not confused about the Bible. It's just like some words. I don't know. I guess because it's not in proper grammar in English, so it just sound like that I'm like not saying the word correctly. But anyway, all right, let me get going. Say because that when they know God, they glorified him not as God, either were neither were thankful, but became vain in their imagination, and their foolish heart was darkened. So I'm gonna break this down. I'm gonna break it down in my ESV because that's where all my notes is at. So verse 21. Oh, excuse me. Okay, so pretty much in this particular Bible verse, I believe Paul is speaking. Yeah, the letter from Paul. Paul is speaking. He just pretty much speaking that the people, they know of God. They understand who God is, but they do not glorify him as God. So it's just like, let me see, how can I explain this? Because I don't want to say anything wrong. So it's just like, for example, this may not be a good example, but It's just like, say that you are a student. So I'm a student. I take some classes online. Um, say that I'm a student and apparently I'm behind schedule for my homework. Yeah, I know that I have classes. I know that I have study I need to do. But I tend not to do it. And so when it comes to a student, when it's someone, this is the same example. It can go by when someone is a in high school or also in college. And for a high school, they know they have homework, they know what they need to be doing, but they choose not to do it. And this particular Bible verse in 21 is talking about they know God, but they didn't honor him as God or gave thanks to him, but they became, don't know that word, but they became pretty much foolish, and their heart became darkened. In King James, it say, when they know God, they glorify him not as God. So they glorify him not as God, neither were thankful. They weren't even thankful. They wasn't thankful. They just lived whatever type of life they wanted to. So, and then it say, but became vain in their own imagination, and their foolish heart was darkened. So imagine when you see the word darken, like the word darken, the word dark, it is pretty much a place where you cannot see. For example, say that you are going down this dark alley. You cannot see anything down that dark alley. There's no light or anything. There is just pitch black. You can't see. You can't even see what's down the alley or nothing. And this is the same way what God is saying. It's talking about, like, their heart is darkened, their eyes is blind. They live in a life of a foolishness lifestyle. They do not see what's ahead of them when it comes to spiritual, mental, and emotional. Their life is full of envy and darkness. They know who God is, but they choose to glorify their own self. They know who God is, but they choose not to honor him. They choose not to give him thanks. They're just pretty much living day by day, minute by minute, hour by hour, on how they want to live life. And this can be when you hear the word darkness, when it comes to this word in the Bible, in this particular Bible verse. This can be fornication. This can be someone that's wrestling back and forth with a perversion lifestyle, pornography, suicidal relationship, low self-esteem. This word is connected with this word right here, connected with everything that I just mentioned, and how I just explain it. Because for one, they don't glorify God. Someone that's living in a fornication life, someone that's living in a perversion lifestyle, well, whatever the case may be, when they in that type of lifestyle, when they in darkness, they're not going to glorify God. They're not going to give him thanks. They're not going to be thankful. When a person is walking in darkness, they don't care about who God is. They only care about how good they can please their flesh. That's darkness. They only care about how many girlfriend they can get or how many boyfriend that girl can get. They only care about how well they can please their self, their flesh, or how good a guy is going to make them feel good. They don't care about God because they focus on this darkness. Why they focus on darkness? Because their eye is blind. They need direction. They need deliverance. Even when it comes from me, I just want to use my testimony in this particular Bible verse before I even surrender my life to God. I was in darkness. I didn't give God thanks. Yes, I did pray here and there. My life was foolish. I was running in and out of different relationships with men, different guys. I didn't glorify God. You know what I was glorifying? Myself, my flesh, fornication. That's who my God was. But when I surrender my life to God, I start to give him thanks. I start to live a life to glorify him, to glorify only him. When things come my way, when darkness tried to knock on my door, I don't open the door. I use the power of the Holy Spirit, his word. Hopefully all this making sense. So it's very important to really think about right now, like we are in a new month. Do you want to continue to complete the same life you are living yesterday, months ago? Do you want to continue to live in that old lifestyle? Do you want to continue to go in that same pattern, running in and out of different relationships, thinking that you fulfilling a void, but really not? And that's only temporary satisfaction. It's not eternity. So you have to make a decision to figure out where you want to be, what type of lifestyle. Nobody don't force you to do anything. What type of lifestyle do you want to continue to live? It's up to you to make that decision. Nobody else but you. It was up to me to fully give my life to God. It wasn't my friend's decision. It wasn't my friend's decision. My family. Nobody but me. Nobody cannot help you, or not help you, but nobody cannot make you do anything. Once you have an understanding what you need to change, now you have to figure out, okay, since I understand what I need to change, now you have to now you have to make a decision. Do I want to continue to live in darkness or glorify God? Do you want to continue to live in darkness, or you want to glorify God? I had to make that decision. My first surrender was in 2009. And I was in the middle. I was living a so-called Christian lifestyle. But my relationship was not there. I had to really cry out to God and ask God for help. And nobody was in there when I was on my knees crying. Surrender my heart to God, believing that I will be delivered from a perversion lifestyle. And I didn't stop crying out to God. I kept seeking until I got my deliverance. And I received my deliverance. And I have my deliverance right now. And it's, 2002 now. I said 2002. 2020. Like 2002. Like it's 2020 now. And I still have that burning fire to please and to honor God. And I have the opportunity to share my testimony, to reach out to others and to let them know, like, you don't have to seek for pleasure in a man, in a boy. You don't have to seek for pleasure in yourself by watching pornography, masturbating. You don't have to live a double life. But yeah, that's all I wanted to get on here. I wasn't trying to go too long. Oh, my stomach is growling. Excuse me. But I pray that this will bless you. If you have any question, comment, concern, feel free to reach out. You can send me a DM. A new podcast will be available Sunday night at 10. Before that, if you have any questions from this, like, make sure you reach out. I'm thinking about doing a live video. Sorry, I'm not showing myself. Like, I'm very tired. It's been a long day at work. Next time I will. But I'm thinking about doing a live video on Instagram for this page. But I would like some questions to come over so I can know what to talk about. So we can talk about relationship, whatever case may be. Just send me some questions so I can put something together. Okay. Have a blessed day and night.